has just gone. I had 17 stitches. And it was like this big black brown mark on my foot. And it's gone because of bio oil. So when I got pregnant, from the first day I got to know, I applied bio oil, and I mixed bio oil with olive oil like that. And I made it into a bottle, and I kept it on the stand. And I'd apply it every day. And I'd apply bio oil in the night again before I slept. And I don't have a single stretch mark. So, I mean, that is proof enough that it definitely is a class apart from what's available in the market. And it truly has some great properties. And I've used it. And the reason I'm here is because I'm a loyalist. And I love the oil. And when they asked me to come for this thing, I was more than happy to, comply, because I'm not going to lie about it. So, yeah, I'm here today, and I think it's really fantastic. And most women, I think, Doc, tell me the stats, I think 90% of the women that come to you are scared of stretch marks. 99% are scared of stretch marks. That was a fear for me. But I think that was great advice given by my mom. She said, just use oil. So I started this, and, it was fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you, Shilpa. We're going to have a little panel discussion. Request Dr. Rashmi Shetty to please be seated here. And Shilpa, Dr. Kiran and Dr. Rashmi here. Having a busy schedule, how did you manage motherly duties as well as, facing the camera or working busy schedules and keeping yourself beautiful? That's a tough job. How did you do that?
I think women are conditioned to multitask. We are taught from a very young age that we have to look after the family, and it's a very middle-class thing, and I love those middle-class values that my parents have inculcated in us. But I had no idea that I was going to be an actor, so life threw up these surprises, and I had no idea after that I was going to become this businesswoman, and I had no idea that I would do so much while being a mother. But I just took it in my stride, and I just think it's all about time management. And Dr. Kiran had once very intelligently told me, that about her own kids. She said, I was like a cat on a hot tin roof. I was so busy working, and I had my kids. But look at her kids today. I mean, one is a PhD, one is a doctor at Mayo Clinic. And she said there was a research that proved that working mothers have, far more independent children. And I think it's a great thing. And I have a lot of respect for a lot of housewives as well who do this thanklessly, who do their job thanklessly, really. It's a very, very hard job to be a full-time housewife. I'm very proudly, I have to say that I'm a full-time mother, I'm a part-time professional.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But yeah, I'm a full-time mother. And I think we have the luxury of time with our child, But there are a lot of women out there who are working, who are making ends meet, and they're still fabulous mothers. They're great wives, they're great, daughter-in-laws, and they do it all. They dabble with it all. And I just think it's a great Indian trait. And I think women all over the world, it's a very common thing now to be a mother and, to work and do all of that. But you have to time manage. Your child has to be priority. I really think that if you don't have time for your child, you should not have a child. So, I mean, thanks to all the help that we have in this time and age, but they can't do what a mother does. No one else can play the role of a mother or a father. So I think we all have to know what we have to do with our kids, and I think we do it very well. Yeah.
Thank you, Shilpa. I'm sure those tips have inspired a lot of women around.
5 after my pregnancy. Anyway, but I have to say, taking a cue from what Dr. Coelho said, that I am at my fittest best today. I feel healthier today. Honestly, I've always been into yoga. I've always promoted health. I've always been very synonymous with, health and fitness. All that is great, but after a baby, you really value your body. You really value your health. And I think I have to blame it on good genes. So, I'm tall, and I've taken after my father. I'm the shortest in my family. from my father's side. They're all my cousin sisters are all 5'10" and 6 feet. Cousin sisters, so you can imagine. So and they're all very slim and, you know, genetically blessed, even after their babies. So I never valued it. I said, oh, okay, so what's the big deal? But after having a baby, you really value your body. You have to value your body. And you realize what it can be if you take it for granted. So I think when I started working out after a baby this time, I had a goal. You know, I had a goal. I said I have to get back to my old weight and I have to be better than before. So that for me was my benchmark. Not the old Shilpa Shetty, but I had to get better, you know. So today when I look at myself, and today when people say, you've become thinner than before, no, it's not thinner. It's, I think I've put on more muscle. I work out today, challenging myself, and I don't do that much weight training. I train with my own body weight. So if you can, and that's even heavier than using weights. And you know, if the easiest thing for a mother is, I don't get time with the baby. You know, I don't get time to work out. You have a lot of time to go to a pizza joint. You have a lot of time to down a lot of aerated drinks, junk food, sweets like Doc said. I just think that, especially in the first few months, like Doc said, it's the best time to lose your weight because the baby is sleeping most of the time. And yes, you also want to catch up on your sleep. But if you give up on just 1 hour of that sleep, you will feel far, far more healthier.
Actually, that's so true, and you can see the results on her right now. But friends, as you know, we have our panel here. Our ladies who are here, the ones who really have taken out their time from their busy schedule and come. All the ladies are pregnant ladies, and the ones who have babies, they're here. So thank you once again for coming here, and they have a big smile on their faces after seeing you. They have some questions to ask you, so quickly if you can take some of them. Some specific ones, I'm sure. You know, there are people... Shilpa has actually answered most of the questions, but some specific ones which...
Hi, I am Libby, and I'm due in August. I wanted to ask that to Dr. Rashmi. They say that you have good hair, lustrous hair.
On a one-on-one? Sure.
My question is to...
Thank you so much. I'm sure the ladies have their answers to all the questions they had. Now, thank you.
Sure. Just on a parting note, to the lady who posed the question of hair fall and obviously skin worries and all of that, and I just think that the root cause of all problems is stress. And I think we women just stress a lot. So, I mean, the fact is that we do multitask and we also are huge stress bearers and we are the architect of our own stress. So I just think that whatever be the situation, and I know hormones play a very important part, especially after you've delivered a baby and even during a pregnancy. Men just want to run away from us because they think we're difficult to handle. But all said and done, I just think being positive is the only way and the only cure for all problems. I'm not saying that don't stress and, you know, stress is not going to come your way, but I'm just saying that calm yourselves down with some meditative, you know, music or, I know I'm really old school and very boring, but it really works. It really does. And just be positive and just understand that if you're having a bad day, there's going to be a good day ahead. So that'll reduce your hair fall.
Thank you. I mean,
for
that
all
was
those
great
mamas,
advice.
just one added point is that, like Shilpa was saying, we are very good at multitasking.
Sitting there and women sitting here who made it